Hello everybody, welcome to the episode 1 of Cooking on the Boat during quarantines. Today, I'm gonna tell you how to make a simple, delicious vegetarian noodle salad. And not just vegetarians, it's also gluten-free. Remember during this difficult time, no one should starve. So let's look at the ingredient for today. You need to have like a bowl of bean sprouts. I prefer soybean sprout. And then you need like a few cloves of garlic. Sometimes I do 2, sometimes I do 3. I don't know. Today I just cook as I like. And then a few green onions. Roughly about 2 tablespoons of oil, whatever oil that you have. I know that now you may not have a lot of options in your pantry, but whatever that you can choose. Lastly is my secret ingredients, a combination of Sichuan peppercorn oils and also sesame oil. And also, of course, you need to have your noodles. Here today I have fresh buckwheat noodles. Remember, even though it's called buckwheat, but it's not a kind of wheat, so it's gluten-free. So it's vegetarian gluten-free. No one should starve during these difficult times. You also need to have some wine while you cook. As Julia Child once say, sometimes I cook with wine, and sometimes I drink it. Let's get started. So first, let's look at this salad dressing together, this noodle salad dressing together. Like I mentioned, you will need about 2 tablespoons of oil, and then about 2 tablespoons combination of sesame oil and the Sichuan peppercorn oil. And then you need like some minced garlic with some green onions. 2 things I forgot to mention, of course, I always forget something, is rice vinegar, and then some soy sauce, because it's a Chinese inspired ingredient, so you need to have some soy sauce. I usually like to have everything ready to go because it's kind of difficult to cook on the boat sometimes, get everything ready. So first you need to turn on your stove. Here is an electrical stove on a small boat. So turn on that stove, heat up the pan. So what you want to do is heat up the vegetable oil. So you're going to heat up the vegetable oil until it starts to smoke. While we're waiting, let me have a sip of wine. Delicious. So what I'm going to do is heat up the oil until it's really hot. And then pour the oil into the minced garlic and green onions. And after that, I'm just gonna add in the mixture of Sichuan peppercorn and sesame oil. And then I will add the soy sauce and rice vinegar to make a nice mixture of dressing for the noodle salad. You can use any type of rice vinegar that you like. I usually buy a particular kind, but it does not really matter. If you don't have rice vinegar, you probably can substitute apple cider vinegar. And for the soy sauce, this is my favorite Chinese soy sauce that I always use, I always keep in my pantry. It's the particular brand that actually from where I come from, my hometown. So I like to use that soy sauce. We're still waiting for the oil to heat up. At the same time, let me play with my dog. She is the best audience. I hope that you like the cooking show as much as she does all the time. The oil is almost hot. I can feel the heat. That's another benefit of cooking on the boat. While you're waiting everything to warm up, you can have more wine. You always have to have wine. Alright, now it's smoke. So I'm gonna pour this hot oil into this minced garlic and green onions. As you can see, those have create some bubbles. Now you're gonna add the oil mixtures, which is sesame oil and Sichuan peppercorn oil. Put that in there. Now I'm gonna stir those together. Then I'm gonna add some rice vinegar and soy sauce. I really go by taste, so maybe today I can see how much they put in there. So I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar first. Probably need more than that. Maybe I'm gonna put 3 for now. And then I'm going to put some soy sauce. Probably put about 2 tablespoons soy sauce. And then I'm gonna give it a stir. I usually make a lot more dressing than what I need for the noodle salad because I use that for something else. I use for dipping up dumplings, dipping up wontons. So you might see that there's a lot of oil in here right now, but I usually add more rice vinegars and soy sauce to make a balance. So now I'm gonna add maybe 2 more tablespoons of rice vinegar. So I'm gonna add some more soy sauce. And then I'm gonna give it a little bit taste and see what it's like. Looks like probably need more soy sauce and to make it a nice dressing. Still a lot of oil right now, so it actually tastes really good at the moment in time. But I just want to add a little bit more rice vinegar and soy sauce so can make it a lot more dressing than I need to. So 2 more tablespoons of rice vinegar. So now I have total of 7 tablespoons of rice vinegar. And then a couple more tablespoons of soy sauce. So that make it total 5 tablespoons of soy sauce. So it's like 7 tablespoons of rice vinegars and 5 tablespoons of soy sauce. And I think that's probably pretty good. Let me give you another try. That's delicious. So yeah. So you sit it aside until you cook the noodle and dress everything together. Okay, now we're ready to make the noodle and the bean sprouts. So I use the same pot of water for both noodle and bean sprouts. Sometimes I cook the noodle first, sometimes I cook the bean sprout first. And the bean sprout, you just need a quick blanch of the bean sprout. So you don't really need to cook that for that long. So I usually cook the noodle first. So you need a pot of pasta, pot of waters, and you can use the pasta pot for your waters, and just heat it up. And then once the water's ready to go, you just put the noodle in. Those are fresh buckwheat noodle, so it takes about a couple minutes. I usually like to take it, put it in, and then just a couple minutes in there, then it's all ready to go. Today, use about 3 servings of buckwheat noodles because I'm making a pretty big noodle salad today. And like I said, I had like a whole package of bean sprout because I like a lot of bean sprout in my noodles. So that's why I put a lot of veggie. But who does not eat veggie right now because you want to make sure that you boost your immune system during this time. So yeah, so let's heat up the waters. And then we'll cook the noodle bean sprout, and then we are ready to dress the salad all together. Okay, now we're ready to dress this salad together. So I cook the noodle about 2 minutes or so. And another trick to avoid the noodle getting really sticky together is that right after you finish cooking the noodle, rinse that with some cold water so that can stop the cooking process and also can prevent it get very sticky. Another thing to do is that quickly use some oil, like put some oil into the noodles so it can make it prevent sticking. I cook the bean sprout about a minute or so because doesn't really need to take long. For me, I kind of like sometimes a little bit more crunchy on the crunchy side of the bean sprout so it can make everything taste a little bit more texturous. Okay, so I had my noodle, I have my bean sprout, so you just need to basically put the bean sprout into the noodle. I like to use my hand just because easier to get everything or coated and mixture. So I kind of like coat everything together first. As you can see, I like to make sure my bean sprouts are in there, and then add more bean sprout. And of course, I wash my hand for more than 20 seconds before this whole process. So to the public service, when you wash your hands right now, you need to wash more than 20 seconds. Alright, so mix everything together. Like I say, I like a lot of bean sprout in my noodle salad. So as you can see, probably see a lot here, but does not matter. You can adjust whatever that you need. You can use less, that's totally fine. So now I'm gonna put my dressing into the salad. Like I said, I usually make a lot more dressing than I need to. So that's why I had a lot more. And then I just save the rest for whatever that I need. Alright, so now you're gonna toss everything together. You use the tongue, use your hand, whatever they wish. I'm just gonna use my hands just because it's easier for me. And then toss everything together. Kind of like almost like mix everything so that you can have like a bites of noodle, bites of bean sprout, and it's delicious. Alright, let me just mix well balanced. And then now it is. Your vegetarian, gluten-free buckwheat noodle salad is ready to go. And I'm ready to eat. Let me taste it first. Delicious.